Welcome, everyone. We are so excited to have you here on our September Customer Success webinar. I have Jacob here with me. Good morning, good afternoon, Jacob. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Excellent. So we are going to go over several things, most of which are going to be related to machine learning and our new predictive sales capability, just to let everybody know what's coming. We're so excited about it. We're going to talk a little bit about engaging and retaining your users and how to do that with some specialized capabilities. And then finally, we're going to take a look at a use case that's really exciting using machine learning as well. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get started. So machine learning, so important, and you guys may or may not be taking advantage of it today, but that's one of the big things we're going to talk about. How does DeepTarget do it? How do you retain or engage your users? And then that Java joy. So we talked about this last month in our webinar, and we'll continue to talk about it because it's such an incredible digital experience today. But what is the user situation? And the fact is that you have hundreds of your users, members or customers, digital users, who have an urgent financial need right now. And it's your job as marketing professionals to identify them and get in front of them so that they know about your great offers and services. So, however, these guys are very busy. And we shared it last month, but I still love it. A recent millennial quote I heard was, "I only seem to work and sleep, and yet I have no money and am tired all the time." So the no money is kind of your clue to get them in front of a consumer loan, perhaps, or start saving, what have you. But it's so true. So how do we get in touch with those? And what's your situation? We all know it, and we feel it too. But you're trying to identify those users. How do you get in front of them? You guys are creating targeted by rules. You're using a predictive model. Are you meeting the needs of all of your members or customers? And you're super busy. And so once again, this quote I heard recently, "I only seem to be running from crisis to crisis, and my action list is 3 pages long. I seem to be putting out fires, really rarely getting to what's important," which is getting in front of those members and customers, those great offers that you guys have. So constant battle, if you will. So what are we doing here at DeepTarget? We are investing heavily in artificial intelligence and machine learning because it truly is the answer. And I know it's not going to be the answer for everything, but for the majority of what you do, it is. It goes back to that 80-20 rule, right? So if we can cover 80% of the workload and identifying those users that need your products and services, then you can work on the other 20%, which I'm sure takes a ton of your time as well. So a quick review. We saw it last month. It was a recent article in Financial Brand talking about AI maturity in the banking industry. And even though we all know about huge data sources and AI, banks have been very slow to implement the capability. And in fact, Accenture ranks banking at the bottom of all industries in AI maturity. So not only that, if you read through this, of course, Financial Brand suggests you've got to move quickly into AI capabilities across all your digital channels. And I know many of you have on your websites with Autobots and so forth. But what they're talking about is uncovering these key performance measures that are impacted by the result of AI resulting in increased revenue and profit. Okay, and it's about using innovative products, and we hope you think that DeepTarget is innovative. That's what we spend all of our time on working on, and so we hope that you're seeing the benefits of that. And here's how we're implementing AI and machine learning. Many of you guys were first to jump on back in July of 2020, certainly when the world turned upside down and everybody stayed home. How do we get in front of those individuals that were immediately only interfacing with us digitally, we introduced our predictive model, targeting by predictive model. And we augmented that a year later with a greater use of data fields. And now, coming this fall, our new game-changing predictive sales. So we're super excited about what it's going to do for you. We've seen initial results that are truly amazing, which even are better across the board for the predictive model you have today. But keep using the predictive model, certainly, because it has extreme value. But this new one is going to be really revolutionary. So it's all about tying those users who need your products to measuring the results and potentially the results that you may be missing out on. Okay, so today I'll just give you a scenario. So Jacob and I were talking this morning about some of our customers and the number of campaigns that are running, each are running, and how many should you be running, and across what product lines, and does that change month over month or quarter over quarter? Maybe it doesn't. In fact, what does change is your digital user that has a financial need every month, going forward every quarter, right? So all your products are still valid every single day. Those members, customers that are interested in them is what changes. So how do we identify those individuals in a timely fashion without providing it, blasting irrelevant ads, as we've all seen and across other apps and products, and even the TV, that somewhat drive us crazy, right? Relevancy and personalization are so important today. So once again, why our predictive sales machine learning 3.0? Your users right now, this month, have a need. Who they are and what do they need, you don't know. And there's too little time and too much data, and you don't know what would work. But AI and machine learning is what's going to connect those two needs. Okay, so it sounds amazing, and it truly is. So what will predictive sales include? So it's a new capability that will run against your data every month at the beginning of the month, and it's going to identify predicted high propensity users and members who have a need in 15 plus product categories. We are finalizing that now, somewhere between 12 and 17. And we're going to identify the top % of those with highest probability, meaning urgency in the next 30 days, to have a need to open one of those accounts. Let me be clear, across all product categories. So I ask you guys to think for just a second, or even double check, how many campaigns and or how many product categories are you engaging members with right now in your deep target system? So if you're upwards of 8 to 10, way to go. That's great. If you're only at 5 or less, you're missing a huge opportunity to help your membership, right? We all know they can go to your website and do some research, but they don't have time. And where they're coming to you is 3 to 5 times a week on online banking and 3 to 5 times a day inside mobile. And that's where you're going to show them your great ads and capabilities. Okay. So it's going to generate these audiences most likely to purchase in the next 30 days. And then they're going to be attached to a pre-created set of campaigns. And all you're going to need to do is augment perhaps the content. We'll have them loaded with content, the call to action and or messaging, and the URL you want them to pass on to. Okay. And that's all you'll have to maintain. And then they'll be published. You will have the opportunity to publish them. If you choose not to publish them, it will show you in the reporting, the analytics, the opportunities, the number of, and the revenue related to it that we believe you're missing out on this month. And that's the real eye opener. Who are you missing that's going somewhere else to gain that financial product or service? and then we're going to show the revenue-based results. Okay, so pretty crazy, but it allows you to spend less time and achieve more amazing results. So we're super excited. Here's a little bit of an idea. We showed last month the same thing. For your FI, once again, it's going to take, this is just a subset. Here's 7 product categories. It tells us that we believe these members or customers, 2,192, are interested in an auto loan right now. And that if you engage them, our models tell us that 25% of them will open a new auto loan with you, 548. And it's going to total across all those product groups and then show you this total number that we believe are out there and the ones that you can achieve. And that will show up as a scorecard on DeepTarget's main dashboard. And you can see that this is an example of the results after it was run the 1st of August, and then the results on the 5th for a total number. You remember the 12,268 was the total audience we think we can that are interested now, but 251 total across all of those. I'm sorry, have 3,248 are interested in this next 30 days. 251 have already closed already for a revenue amount of 22,000 with a total revenue potential of 289,000. And so this will have that roll up for you on your dashboard if you implement the predictive sales. So I'm going to throw it over to Jacob for just a second. So Jacob, have you talked to customers that think this would be valuable to see the revenue opportunity and sales opportunity that they have available to them each month?
Yeah, I've gotten some good interest on this new feature, and you know, what I've kind of resoundingly heard as, you know, what they're excited about the most with this is that you can tell the difference between who should be shopping for a product and who is actively shopping for that product now. And so that's what they think is the real game changer, is making sure they reach that targeted audience at the right moment.
Perfect. No, that's right. And I've heard the same thing. And I've heard the fact that you can see revenue amounts, and you're going to ask about that. I'll show you in just a second. You have the opportunity to input your own potential revenue. I'll show you in just a second. But this is at the top, will be at the top level of the DeepTarget DXP dashboard. And then by drilling down one level, similar to the campaign category report today, you'll be able to see each product group listed and the breakout specifically for that product group. And once again, now it's August 11th, 64 new auto loans, either used or new auto loans have opened out of 548. You remember that number earlier, for a total revenue so far of 5,760 this month out of potential 49,320. So pretty amazing results potentially there. I know this is test data, but here is where under settings, you'll be able to go in and set your average monthly revenue amount. And you can do this at any time. We're going to have it populated based on input from many of our customers that have told us this is just example data, but here's a certain amount we make each month on CDs, checking accounts, and so forth all the way through. So really ways that you can customize it, but actually show really strong estimated values. Okay. And of course, the management report is going to be augmented as well, so that you'll see those numbers here and the results overall. So you can see that estimated revenue in a printout that you could then share with your management or your board. Okay. So real excited about that. It's coming very soon. We're initiating and have started the initiation of a few beta sites. So we can't wait to see the results and share more with you. So be thinking about this. It's coming very quickly. And honestly, if you guys haven't used our predictive model campaigns yet, you should take a peek at them. We're going to show you why in just a second with a use case. It's going to reach all those members that the machine learning says really are needing the help right now. It's going to save you times. Audiences are the best ever. Great results, happier members and customer. And I'll just say machine learning leads to loyalty. So reaching them and showing them that you care is really powerful. Okay. Awesome. So we want to do two more things. We want you guys to remember the happy birthday capability within Deep Target. We know some of you have this capability today, have implemented it, but it's so important in today's world to build relationships with your customers and letting them know that you know, and because you do know what is their birthday, this is really powerful. So we're just going to show you an example of something we've put together, and I'm going to ask Jacob to do it. Jacob, I'm going to stop sharing here in a second and give you control. He's going to show you a live version of it, but this is a series of 3D Story screens that we've created, which are also personalized, that we're going to make available to everybody, and they can deploy it. You can use it in 3D Story directly, or this is an example of using it within our on-the-go product, which is our email capability, and this is our microsite that they are directed to. So Jacob, you want to take a shot at showing them what it looks like?
Yeah. No.
All right, I'm going to stop sharing.
All right. It looks like it's saying that you've disabled my screen sharing.
Oh, is that right? Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Let me jump over here. I have it running, and I'm going to share it. And this is the one thing we didn't test. Isn't that right, Jacob?
Yeah.
So let me share this. The impact of it was cool because certainly this is, you can't hear it, can you?
I do not hear it, David.
Okay, so it's singing happy birthday. So I'll stop the sharing there, but it continues to roll through, and it has obviously the videos running, and it's just a really nice way to share, especially with your Gen Z or your millennial. That's their special day. And if you want to implement this, you can have it occur on the day or the week or the month, right? So we're certainly excited about that. So this is one thing you should always consider. I know a lot of banks and credit unions used to send a birthday card out. So I'm dating myself, but years ago, I can remember receiving, not me personally, but my parents receiving some cards from their FI, the small town bank and credit union. This is the new way to do that. So, all right, perfect. So now I'm going to go back to the presentation, I believe. One second. Perfect. Okay. And I just wanted to show you and remind you this capability that keeps coming up as a really, really positive capability that we released earlier this year, and that's the export audience. So on every predictive model, target by rule, even by target by list, the menu flyout button on the campaign allows you to export this audience to a CSV. So why is this important? Once again, if you use our predictive model to create a campaign, it's going to create an audience which will include all your digital users and any that are also targeted that may not be digital users. So we know that most of our customers have 10, 20, even sometimes 30% of their membership, our customer base, that are not digital users. And you want to reach them as a part of a particular campaign. And if you use this capability, you can go after them through email or text or SMS. And you can make it a really awesome experience if you use on the go. Okay. So just don't forget about this. Every time I talk to somebody after the webinar, they say, oh, I didn't realize you had the export audience capability. So that's really powerful. Okay. So we're off to our case study. So I'm going to turn it over to Jacob. Jacob, I'm going to advance the screen for you, but who is our case study of the day?
All right. So this month we are taking a look at Innovations Federal Credit Union. And so this campaign was run by Ruthie Parker there. And we're going to take a look at an auto loan campaign that has just had some amazing results over the last couple of months. It went live in May, mid-May, and then it's been running till today. It's still active out there. And so just what we can see here, a great click-through rate, 2.76% over its lifetime. And so it is getting great engagement, but it's not just stopping at the engagement, but it's taking it through the full cycle. And these users that are being targeted by the predictive model are actually taking out the product. And so what we can see on the next slide here is that they have opened up 161 influence conversion auto loan products from this campaign by itself. And that is, again, over that May to September range there. So just phenomenal results from this campaign, going out there and finding members who are qualifying for auto loans, or the best qualified for auto loans.
Awesome. And did you say this is a predictive model campaign, Jacob?
Yes, this is a predictive model campaign. So I worked with Ruthie to help her set this up. All she did was upload an image and turn it on. And that resulted in 161 new product openings at their financial institution. So just amazing result for minimal work.
So in fact, this number from this one campaign is over 25% of the new account opens that have occurred for Ruthie at Innovations over this time period. So that's amazing. So we're really excited about that. Really excited that Ruthie worked with Jacob to do the predictive model campaign. Jacob and Kayla and our whole team are available to you guys to walk you through it if you'd like to set up one and give it a spin if you aren't running it today. We know a bunch of you guys are, but really powerful results, very simple to deploy. So awesome job. And I should throw out there, you guys should be aware we've put a whole bunch of new banner. Jacob, can you speak to that? We have some new banners out in our banner library.
Yeah, so we've put out some fall themed banners across all the product categories, as well as some some other categories, holidays and events and things like that. But we are working actively to make sure that this banner library stays up to date. So anyone who uses it or anyone who's thought about using it, we are constantly releasing new banners in all of the sizes, no matter what platform you're using. All of those default sizes are getting ads. So feel free to take a look. And if you have any questions about that, definitely feel free to reach out to your customer success consultant and we can help you out with that. Perfect.
Great. Thank you, Jacob. Okay, so next slide is, oh, I'm sorry, I have a little fly in there. Wow. Forgot about that. Okay, so we also know you guys, so we're rounding out the bottom of the webinar. We also know it's budget planning time. Okay, and I want to make sure that you guys are aware and tell your leadership, your management, what's going on with Deep Target. So we have 4 offers today, either from Deep Target Direct or through our partners. Deep Target DXP, which is our multi-channel engagement, meaning if you guys, any of you guys have a single channel today, like just OOB or just mobile, you are then you're based on user-based pricing, and we can actually create a great deal for you to go to mobile and online banking together with unlimited users with DXP and lock you into some great savings over time. So that's one offer. We can add Deep Target on the go, the email, SMS, social capability, which you saw a little bit of with our Happy Birthday as well. So that's separately priced. Then here comes Deep Target Predictive Sales, which is also our high-end solution, which we can price for you as well. And then finally, just to make sure we we'll manage your system for you. So we have launched that full capability. We have several of our customers now that are engaging us to take over their systems. So you don't have to worry about it. Just meet with us on a monthly basis to make sure that we're running the campaigns you'd like, and we'll do all the work. Okay. And so these are our 4 options. Let us know if you'd like to meet on them. We'll be reaching out individually to you as well to see if you'd like to pursue any of these into your budgeting for next year, so you guys can be even more successful. Okay. So, oh yeah, this is our kind of Deep Target can fly the plane for you. So last month we welcomed a new credit union that just joined us. They'll be implemented here in the next few months. They are Jetstream Federal Credit Union, and they laughed about this because they are Jetstream, and they originated out of the jet industry. So this really resonated with them. So that's kind of funny, but we can fly the plane for you, meaning run the system for you. Okay. So we're on to Java Joy time as we round out the webinar. So Jacob, do you have an idea who our Java Joy winner is?
I do, David. And so looking at the possibilities, we have Ruthie Parker from Innovations is the winner this month.
Way to go, Ruthie. I'm not even sure if Ruthie's out there today, but we'll make sure that Ruthie gets a Java Joy. And I understand there's this worldwide, or at least US-wide, clamor for pumpkin spice coffee. If you guys have heard that. Have you heard that, Jacob?
I've heard of pumpkin spice once or twice before.
Apparently it's all the rage with Dunkin' Donuts and Chick-fil-A and even Krispy Kreme. Anyway, so okay, so Ruthie Parker, thank you for all your great work, and we'll get that Java Joy sent out to you soon. And be sure to sign up for our October webinar. And by the way, I did see a question out there from Joshua. Joshua will reach out to you directly about your question about predictive percentages, so that you have a good answer for that. And if there's any other questions, please reach out. And once again, if you guys are in budget planning, let us know. We'd be happy to work with you to get you all the great products and capabilities as soon as possible. Jacob, thank you for joining us today. And thank you, everybody, for being a part of our webinar today. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.